Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't already know, my name is Kayla. I am an intuitive channel, medium, and inner child healing coach. I am back today with a message, a channeled message on spiritual awakening. This isn't necessarily a tarot reading. However, I'm just going to shuffle on camera, see what wants to come out. As we go through this information. Some of you may be going through a spiritual awakening at this time, and I know that it can really be scary going through these awakenings because you're not exactly sure what it is that's happening. You know, some of you could be dealing with an existential crisis. You know, where I know that for me, when I first went through a really big spiritual awakening, like I had to let go of everything. I had to let go of everything that I thought I knew. And when I found out the truth about a lot of things, I was very angry. I was hurt. And I dealt with this energy of feeling as if I was betrayed. I felt as if, well, if everything that I thought I knew was wrong, then what is the truth? Like, why are we here? Why am I here? What is my purpose? I kind of had to... Let me just backtrack a little bit. Okay, because I'll tell you what, like, I came from a strict Christian background. Okay, and being a Christian, I did feel restricted in a lot of things, feeling as though I couldn't do this because it was a sin, or I couldn't do that, I couldn't listen to this, or I couldn't. And I guess, like, when I found out, the truth of, who God really is and God's heart, I was angry because I felt like I was lied to. I felt like I was betrayed. But then I also felt this freedom. But I kind of had to reassess who God was to me. And I kind of had to reassess who God was to me. And, you know, I found out the truth of what Jesus actually really taught. You know, I found out that I was not a victim. You know, I found out that I was not a victim to life. I wasn't, you know, incapable of having the kind of life that I wanted. You know, I found out that I have power. Like, I actually have power. And this isn't the kind of, you know, power that this isn't like the kind of power that we've been taught that we had as Christians. It's more than that. It's, you know, a power that is God within us. And being a Christian, I've felt as if God and I were separate. But then when I went through my awakening, I realized that God and I are one. Literally one. I am God and God is me. Like, there is no separation. And, you know, finally, like, realizing that put me on this Ace of Wands, this new passionate beginning, this new passionate journey to finding out, you know, like, what it is that I'm actually really capable of. And, you know, at first, right, like, I was able to release heavy burdens, you know, processing. I had to go through, this is about, like, processing emotions, processing, you know, negativity. This could be about disappointments and disillusions as well. So, you know, when you're going through an awakening, you're going to, you know, when you wake up to the truth, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed at first because it's like everything that you knew, it's all being torn down. And that can be scary because you don't know. It's kind of as if your security has been taken away from you, you know, because maybe you were secure in what it is that you believed, you know, your traditional beliefs. Maybe you were secure in knowing that, you know, one day God is going to come back and take you up to heaven, you know, while everyone is down here suffering on the earth. There, you know, and I'm referring to the rapture, by the way. There may have been some security in that, but now it's like, now that you're waking up, you're starting to find out what the truth really is, and that, you know, that power is not outside of you. That power is within you and is not apart from you. And that no one is coming back for you, but that you have a responsibility. You're waking up to the truth that you have a responsibility. It's not about just sitting along, you know, on the sideline, you know, waiting God for him to lift his finger for you. It's not about that. now you're realizing that you have a responsibility. You know, all of us, we are co-creators with God. This isn't, you know, you praying about something and it's just all of a sudden going to fall on your lap. This is about now you're praying for something, but you are connecting with God. You are communing with God. You are listening for God's voice to tell you or to guide you, to lead you to what it is, whatever action that you need to take. Now, don't get me wrong, this action could be to sit back, surrender, receive. Or this action could be do all that you can and then wait for God to do the rest. So you're finding out now that you have a responsibility. And that can be scary. That really can be scary. Because it kind of, you know, at first it feels like it's all on you. You know, at first it feels like there's the 10 of Wands right there. Like it's all on you. All on your shoulders. It's a heavy burden to carry. And it can be very disappointing. Yep, here's the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who, you know, who establishes her kingdom. She creates her kingdom. She's on the throne. She's stable. She, you know, creates wealth for herself. You know, she takes care of herself and of those around her. You know, she's generous. She's practical. She knows what she wants and she goes after it. So yeah, I mean, it can be scary, but it can also be very rewarding as well. And, you know, don't get me wrong, like, the awakening process is ongoing. It won't be the only awakening that you have. You will start to wake up to, you know, your gifts, your abilities. You will start to wake up to who you really are. Who you really are. 222 on the clock when I said that. You will wake up to who you really are. And this isn't, you know, me, Kayla, and who I've grown up to be, but this is on a soul level. This is the way that you were created, you know, the gifts and abilities that have been, you know, stored within you. This is, you know, think about this. Think about all of those things that you have gravitated toward as a child, right? Think about all of those things that, you know, you are very passionate about. This could be anything. This could be art. This could be music. This could be sports. This could be anything at all. This could be magic. You know, think about that. And when you think about that, think about why. Why have I always gravitated toward this? And it's not just, you know, here and there you're picking up these things and this is fun to do. No, this is like you eat, breathed, and, you know, slept this stuff. Like, this is something that's, you know, really deeply ingrained, embedded within you. And that's because that is who you truly are, your soul, you know. and perhaps what it is that you came here to do. For me, I've always been this spiritual person. I've always been, even when I couldn't put my finger on, who God was, what God was, or any of it. I always had a deep connection with the spiritual realm. I always looked to the sky, sang to God, prayed often, and still not really having any idea. But even though, like, at first as a child, I knew something was off because I didn't really have that connection with church like maybe some other people did. And but I always had that connection with the spiritual realm. Come to find out, that's a part of my soul. That's who I am. I am, there's the Two of Pentacles. Right, so the Two of Pentacles can represent like all of the different aspects within you. What is it that you gravitated towards, as a child? You can really uncover a lot about your soul if you pay attention to these little things. I had that connection to the spiritual realm because that is what I was meant to do. I am, a bridge between the worlds. So we have the Four of Wands. Yeah, so the Four of Wands, exactly. So this talks about, this can be a portal card, right? So that came out after I said that I'm a bridge between the worlds. But that can also be about celebration. But connection as well, commitment. What are you committed to? What have you been committed to growing up? So you will find out a lot about who you truly are, your soul, as you go through these awakenings. You may be even wanting to get back into, certain things that you were always passionate about, but were told that it was wrong to do. These are shadow aspects. These are aspects of yourself, of your soul that have been stuffed down due to, societal norms or, what it is that maybe your family has deemed wrong, maybe demonic or satanic or, just wrong because they didn't understand it. So I have the Page of Pentacles and I have the King of Wands. So yeah, so along this journey, you will definitely come to learn about your power and who you truly are as a soul. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles and the King of Wands, please. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. So right. Aspects. So, okay, so the vision that I got was okay, so being on like a conveyor belt, right? So kind of like made in a factory. Not saying that this is what happens during, you know, creation, absolutely not, but that's just the vision that I'm getting, just to make a point here. It's like you being on this conveyor belt, you know, standing on a conveyor belt, and you are coming up to the forefront, and you are being programmed with certain aspects, parts of who you are meant to be. You're being programmed with, you know, your spiritual gifts. Maybe it's clairaudience, or, you know, psychic abilities, or you know, whatever spiritual gifts you have. You're being programmed with, it's like spirit placing pieces of what makes you you inside of you before sending you off on your way. You know, because you came here, you have a job to do. You've been given special gifts to carry this out. Nine of Wands. What's the Nine of Wands? Nine of Wands is the Six of Cups. And Three of Pentacles. So okay, yeah. So what I'm getting here, right? So some of you guys, so we are spiritual warriors, okay? So you've been sent here for a divine purpose, a divine mission, and you have been instilled with all of these gifts within you. And this is so that we are able to, you know, assist others in this process as well. You know, we were meant to do what we love. you know, and this is the part of you that, you know, this is like your true soul's purpose. Remember when I said, take a look back into your childhood and find out, you know, try to remember what it is that you're passionate about, what you always gravitate towards. There's a reason for that. We have judgment. So, you know, this is about becoming aware of yourself, aware of your abilities, who you truly are. What it is that you gravitate towards most likely is what it is that you're meant, is why you're meant. What you gravitate toward mostly probably is what you're meant to do. So we have the Three of Wands and we have the Wheel. Yeah, so this is about the divine path. This is about destiny, okay? Yeah, so you will have many awakenings along this path, okay? So you'll wake up to your true abilities, who you really are on a soul level. You'll wake up to, you know, what it is that your mission is. And you'll wake up to your destiny, you know, who is meant to be in your life. What are you meant to do together? And, you know, not just you and another person, but even just you yourself, you know, you'll start to find out your divine mission and purpose. And you will notice swift changes. Definitely swift changes. You will become more focused. You'll become more driven. We have Awakening and we have Hermit. So, you know, you'll wake up to, you know, the healing light that you have within yourself, and you'll wake up to your abilities to teach. You'll wake up to your abilities to lead, to set an example, you know, to, I feel like, developing faith, a very strong faith along this journey, obviously, because you'll need it. It's a part of the process. You'll start to see things from a different light, a different perspective. You'll start to build a connection with yourself. You'll start to, I kind of feel like you will start to notice as well the And not to say this in like a judgmental way, but like you'll start to notice the ways of the world. You'll start to notice you know, the way things are being done in the world, and you'll start to notice like the corruption. You'll start to notice like, you know, woe to those who call good evil and evil good. You'll start to see these things, and that in and of itself can be kind of scary as well. Not necessarily like fearful, scary, but you know, you'll notice that there are going to be people that you just may not resonate with anymore, and you'll end up having to leave people behind, whether they like it or not. Whether they like it or not, you will start to notice the true intentions of other people. You will start to be able to see right through them. And that can be scary, because it's like having to let go of, you know, having to let go of that sense of security. And that can be rough. You will find yourself alone. And not that that's a bad thing. It's not, especially in this time, in this process that you're going through, because this is the time where Spirit wants to show you, you know, who you really are. This is the time that Spirit wants to show you truths of the universe. This is the time that Spirit wants to work on your energy and, you know, build connection with you and enhance your gifts, teach you some things, you know, reveal things to you. There's nothing wrong with being alone. See, here's the 9 of Swords. Some of you may be worried about that. Some of you may be worried about having to give up things that was like a sense of security for you. But, you know, whatever was taken from you, whatever was stolen from you, will come back threefold. And it's all for a purpose. This is, you know, when you're going through these awakenings, this is your foundation that has been built on sand. This is your foundation that has been built on sand. This is crumbling down so that Spirit can build a new solid foundation for you. And, or so that you can build it together. What was that? You know what? No. It needs to come out. We have the 9 of Pentacles. This is about building independence. It's about becoming independent, financially independent, you know, needing absolutely no one. You may want people, but you don't need them. It's about becoming secure within yourself, your inner world, solid foundation, you know, so that when, you know, when these worries or fears, or maybe, you know, tumultuous energy, you know, things, events, or circumstances that happen come along, it can't tear down your foundation because you have such a strong, solid foundation. So, you know, you will overcome anything faster. And you know, this is also the time that Spirit wants to work on releasing heavy burdens. You know, these are past life traumas, childhood traumas, whatever blockages that you have stored within your body due to maybe bad eating habits. You know, this is the time for self-development. This is the time for growth, for releasing these blockages, because that's when your gifts are going to thrive the most, is when you release these blockages. You know, even if you feel as though you have, I mean, we all have spiritual gifts. They just either become developed or not. And even if you have developed some of that gift, the more that you release, the more your gifts are going to be on point. The more your gifts are going to be heightened. The more you're going to be able to hear Spirit, see Spirit, whatever way that Spirit communicates with you. You know, and the more that you release, the closer you will get to being able to manifest what you want. There's a lot of, I'm going to do a separate video on manifestation. There's a lot out there in regards to manifestation, and I feel like most people don't tell you about the process that you have to go through in order to really manifest. You know, because there's so much, you know, we carry so much, so many heavy burdens, so many blockages that really keep you from receiving certain things. There may be certain things that you may not be as resistant to, but you know, a lot of times we may ask for something and we don't see that coming to fruition, because there is this whole process in regards to manifestation that you have to go through in order for it to happen. And I know that, like, I don't know if you've been trying certain methods and techniques out there and it's just like not working for you. And I feel like that's the frustrating thing about these manifestation videos, is that, you know, they don't tell you the whole thing, and then when someone goes to try it, it doesn't work and it turns them off from it. You know, but this is a part of your purpose. You know, you can't just say like, oh, this doesn't work, so yeah, that's bullshit. You know, it's a part of your purpose. It's a part of who you are. This is about co-creating with God, you know, co-creating with the universe. If it doesn't work for you, then that's because there's a whole process that you have to go through in order to release so that you can manifest. So I'll do something separate on that. Oh snap. Whew. Okay, yeah. So I'll take them. We got Tower, or Transformation, Tower. We got Four of Swords. So this is definitely about divine revelation. We have the Five of Wands, about conflict. We've got the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups. Yeah, this is talking about gifts. So what I said about gifts, this is about you know, doing the work so that, you know, that foundation, that faulty foundation can come crumbling down so that you can work with spirit on building that secure, solid foundation. This is about, you know, releasing that conflict so that you can, you know, so that your spiritual gifts are on point. You know, this is about reward coming in for hard work. This is the reward for that hard work, is releasing those heavy burdens so that you can hear spirit clearly, so that you can, you know, do whatever it is that your gift is. You can, there are many, you know, you can hear spirit. Maybe you're a medium, maybe, you know, astral projection, you know, maybe you can pick up on other people's thoughts. You can see right through other people, their true intentions. You know, this is about clarity, truth, right? And then the Five of Pentacles. So, right, this is about blockages, releasing blockages. Yeah, so do keep in mind, though, that this is not the only spiritual awakening that you will go through, okay? It's a whole process. There are levels to this shit. Literally, there are levels. But if you're watching this video, obviously you are well on your way. So congrats on that. And I really do hope that this video has helped you. If it did, please leave a comment down below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.